High school students rallying in support of Palestinians are now blocking a major road in the heart of Melbourne as they rally in the streets. Holly Edwards-Smith is at Flinders St Station this afternoon. Holly, is the turnout larger than expected?
Kieran, it certainly is. Organisers are incredibly happy with the turnout of school students today. There was so many that gathered on the front steps of Flinders St Station. Organisers called for them to move from the steps and onto the road to block off traffic. They did that for a short while before now marching down Swanston Street in Melbourne's CBD. As you can see, there are hundreds of school students that have left school early today in their fight to free Palestine. This has been organised by a group called School Students for Palestine. Their Instagram page had over 1,000 followers, and they've organised this protest and others for the past few weeks. They sent out a media release yesterday with a number of demands. In those demands, in their words, they've asked for an end on the war on Gaza, for Israel to move out of Gaza and the West Bank, and to end military aid and support between Australia and Israel. Now, this rally today has not been supported by the Victorian State Government or the Victorian opposition leader. They have been united in their stance that students should have stayed at school. But here's what some of the protesters had to say this afternoon.
Israel is on stolen land, and that's Palestine, not Israel.
They should give back the stolen land. It's not theirs.
It shows that us as school students, we all have a voice.
Say it's not a Muslim thing, it's a human thing. Everyone should take a stand and try to make a change.
We're high school students, and we know the truth. So why doesn't everyone else? Is protecting their investment really worth the thousands and thousands of lives lost?
Kieran, while the state government and state opposition were against this protest today, the Victorian Greens have stood in support. Member for Richmond, Gabriella de Vitry, has been here. She says students should have the democratic right to protest. The turnout is much larger than expected, but this protest also received quite severe criticism from the Jewish community here in Victoria. They penned an open letter to the state government asking for a harsher crackdown on protests like this, fearing that it will cause a further rift between community members at the moment. Many of those within Jewish communities here in Victoria have reported increased rates of anti-Semitism at the moment. It's not known how long this protest here in Melbourne today will continue for. We did speak to one of the leaders or the protesters at the start of this march to the CBD, and it does seem as they will continue for quite some time.
Holly, thank you. We'll stay in touch then throughout the afternoon.